Welcome to the STARS program, seniors taking active roles in society. And now, here's your host, ANITA FINLEY.
This is ANITA FINLEY, and we are talking to someone who you have heard many times, thank goodness, Roberta Hladek. She's the CEO and co-founder of Energetic Matrix Church of Consciousness, and she's calling in from Las Vegas. So how are you doing there?
We're doing okay. How are you doing?
Well, it's quite a ride, I must say. And I know the mayor of Las Vegas had a lot of PR because she wanted to open those casinos right away, right? And I don't know how you feel about that.
Well, I don't really know. I haven't really been watching the news, to be honest, because it's just too depressing, I guess.
True.
So, I've been trying to filter it a little bit because it just kind of drags you down, and just try and stay positive, keep doing what we're doing, and trying to help out as many people as we can with our AIM program. So that's pretty much what we're doing.
Have you had a lot of calls?
Yes, we have been extremely busy trying to get people put on the program, new people coming on, people that might have been that were off the program for a while and coming back. There's a lot of fear out there, and nobody really knows what's going on. I don't know. It seems like we're getting so many different viewpoints of this that nobody knows what is really going on or what the truth is, I guess you could say. And I think it's, in years ago, we didn't have so much of a barrage of stuff coming at us. Now we have Facebook, we have the internet, we have all these TV channels and all this stuff, coming at us. So it's very frustrating and very taxing on everyone, I think, with not knowing really, nobody knows really what's going on, I don't think.
Right. I know I'm staying home. Are you staying home?
Well, I'm at work. We've been at work, and when we come in, the girls all are checking their temperatures before they come in, and we're cleaning like crazy, and we're all 6 feet apart on a normal day. So
do you have
continuing.
masks
on? No, we do not.
Oh, really?
We do not have masks on in here, no.
No, but when you go out, you do.
It's not mandatory here. It's suggested. And so when I go in places such as grocery store or Walmart, we have a Walmart really close to us, so for office things, if I need anything, I try to avoid it at all costs. So I don't go as much. I've maybe gone once or twice since this whole thing started. So I do wear a mask when I go in there, yes. But what's really crazy is everyone's wearing masks and gloves, and we're all worried about all this. But then I look in the grocery carts, and people are discarding their masks and gloves and leaving them in the grocery cart.
You're kidding.
No. And I was
silly.
really appalled at that. But
yes.
We've been really lucky because our program, the AIM program, helps with all this anxiety, and it works on our emotional and spiritual and physical level. And so I think a lot of people have come back and are coming to the program for that, because it does help us to decrease our anxiety, and that's what we really need right now. Because when you have all that fear, it depletes your immune system. And when your immune system is depleted, you're ripe for all kinds of things. So,
and stress will do it to you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
definitely.
know that. I knew you were going to be on the show, so I went and dug up my EMC2 Stephen Lewis, the AIM program cassette, all the cassettes, the 4 audio CDs that can change your life, and I have it in front of me. And when someone joins, do they get this? Is this part of their, or do they have to buy this? How does this work?
Those are available to purchase, but when you come on the AIM program, we always send the introductory CD, which is the question and answers that I do. That explains what the program is and answers a lot of the most frequently asked questions. And we've now got that up on our website because a lot of people don't have CD players anymore. So now we have it up on the website, so you can play it through, I guess it's YouTube.
Oh, well, let's give everybody that, yes, your website is aimprogram.com. Is that where you have it?
Exactly, yes.
Okay, AIMprogram.com, and get on there, and then you'll see it. I have, though, this 4 audio CDs, and I want to read on the back. It's Disc 1 is the Introduction to AIM. Co-founder Roberta Hladek will introduce you to the AIM program. She will discuss how it works and how it can help you create the things you want in your life. Then Disc 2, The Secret Teachers on AIM with Stephen Lewis. James Arthur Ray and Reverend Michael Beckwith, 2 of the teachers from The Secret, joined co-founder Stephen Lewis in a historic roundtable discussion about personal transformation using the AIM program of energetic balancing. That's a very good disc. Mm-hmm. The third is the Autism Frequencies of AIM. Now listen to this. It's really important. Parents whose children have the frequency of autism share stories of hope and self-healing with co-founder Stephen Lewis. Then the fourth disc, called Increasing Consciousness. Co-founder Stephen Lewis gives his unique insight on increasing your consciousness and how the AIM program can help you heal yourself. If you want this, you can go on the website and you can order it, or you can call. The number is still 877-500-3622.
Well, we've now gone to our local number, which is 702-944-1801.
Okay, I just wrote that down, so I'll be repeating that. That's 702-944-1801.
Correct.
This is a great CD package. And I know some of you don't have CDs. Well, you can buy one very inexpensively. There are a lot of CDs still out there. You may just need to get it. But anyway, that's great. But go on the website and you'll be able to do that. Well, this whole situation is very traumatizing. First of all, financially, it's very tough on so many people. And if that isn't enough, right, then you worry, as you said, are you going to get this virus, which doesn't seem to react the way that other viruses do, at least from what I've been reading.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's kind of hard to tell, especially, I don't know about your weather there, but here it's very warm. We're going to be 104 today. It's going to be our first.
Are you kidding? Oh, no. You're kidding. 104 in the beginning of May?
Yeah, it's a lot warmer than it was last year, for sure, which is a good thing because the viruses can't survive in heat. And one person, and, don't take me to task on this, but I've heard that 10 minutes in the sun will kill any virus, they say. Will kill this virus. Well, I guess will kill this virus. Yeah, and I've heard that the sinuses are the one place that never really heat up until it gets really hot outside. And when it gets really, you guys have a lot of humidity, so it might not be like that there. But I know here when we go out in the air and it's over 100, say when it gets up to 110 and that kind of thing, it heats up your nose. Like when you go to breathe, it just is warm in your nose and it burns. And they're saying that if you can get your sinuses heated up, and one person was saying to use a blow dryer, moisten your face, your nose, and then hold the blow dryer for a few minutes, it would heat it up if you had symptoms. I don't know about that one. That was just something, we get all this, like I was saying before, a barrage of information. But vitamin D and, all your vitamins, vitamin D is really important for us and for our immune system. So I tell people here, make sure you get out and do some exercise, walk, whatever. Get out and do something. It'll help your emotional state as well as your physical state. And so that's one of the things. But we have a really terrific, great story that of a participant. He's new to our program. He's 37 years old.
Okay.
And he went I guess towards the end of March, he decided he was going to go with his buddies, and they were going to go, I think they went to Mexico. And they were going to go hang out for a spring break type of thing, with a lot of people were going, and it was that kind of an atmosphere. Well, he came back, and he wasn't feeling well, and he had some symptoms, and he tested positive for the virus. And he ended up in the ICU and on a ventilator. And normally, once you're on a ventilator, evidently you don't come off it. You usually transition. But he was in the hospital for 27 days, and his family decided to get him on the AIM program. So they contacted us, and we got him on the program. And within 27 hours, actually, he was in the hospital for 21 days. And then 27 hours later, he was awake and responding to the nurse's commands. So wiggling his toes, moving his hands, blinking, doing things that they wanted him to do. And of course, he couldn't speak because he had the ventilator. A week later, they took him off that and started reducing the sedation and the pain medicine. And they put a trach collar. I don't know what all this stuff is, but they did that. The doctor came in, and she was so excited that he was doing so well that she grabbed one of the nurses' phones, and they FaceTime his family. Because the worst part about all this is that when you're sick and you're very ill like this, you can't have any family. And that's really important for all of us. This isolation is not good for humans. We don't do well with that. Right. So the doctor said she was going to FaceTime with the family so they could see him and he could see them. And he did sign language and told them he loved them. So that was very cool. So now I'm going to fast forward to today. He's going home. And he is doing his rehab at home. And they were going to have him go to a rehab center. But the doctor felt it was better that he go home and have rehab at home. And he's walking with a walker. So we have high hopes for this man.
Right. And so, but can he be home where his family, who's taking care of him, his family? They can be around him?
I think he's going to go home with his parents. Yeah.
So they're not afraid of catching what he has?
Well, he doesn't have it anymore. Otherwise, they wouldn't let him go home. Yeah.
I see. So, but it's the rehab that it took such a toll on his life.
Well, when you're, when you're in bed for that long, your muscles and, you just don't have any strength. He hasn't really been eating what they feed you intravenously. So I think you get your vitamins and things, but you're not really getting nourishment like we normally would, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
So all those things take into toll, but I'm positive that him being 37 and a very strong and, vibrant guy, he was very healthy before all this, that I'm sure he'll bounce back pretty quick once he's able to get regular food, and I'm sure that's what they're doing now. He's eating regular food little by little. They start you slow, but I think he'll be fine. And the doctor feels that he's not going to have any repercussions from this. But I thought that was kind of an uplifting story because we're all thinking, oh my God, everyone's dying of this. But there are people. Now, there's also a 104-year-old lady out in Palm Desert, California, that went home and she survived it. So,
was she on AIM program?
No, she wasn't. Oh. But those are just some stories. I mean, this person, obviously, going on the program, whether it's the program or whatever happened.
Sounds like it was.
I like to think so. I think it helps us on so many levels.
About the program?
The whole family's on the program, and he was going to go on the program, and they just hadn't gotten him. They were waiting till their current program was up, and then they were going to add him to it. But Yeah, all the aunts and uncles are on, the mom and dad were on, and he was going to be, he lives in a different part of the country than they were. So it's like all this, how families are. So now he's going to be home, I believe, with his family. And
that's a wonderful, wonderful story. I know how happy it's made you, and you need to put that into your press releases.
Yeah, we have it on, it was in our newsletter last week, and we're going to have an update in our newsletter this week. His parents and his aunt have been instrumental in giving updates to the facilitator, and the facilitator's been giving updates to us so we can add it to the newsletter. So it's been really nice to, and our my IT person, which is my business partner, Evan's been doing the updates in the newsletter. So it's been really nice to get those in there. But it does make you feel good because we've been working really hard. I've been working on different remedies and things to help us through all this. So I like to think that some of those things have been helping those frequencies. So, and I know he had a lot of anxiety. His aunt had mentioned that he was having a lot of anxiety when they were taking the ventilator off. He was they said he was getting very anxious. And so I know the AIM program was able to help him with the emotional state and help him relax and allow it to be so that he could breathe on his own.
Oh, my heavens. It's just, I'm overwhelmed just listening to you. So, wow. I'll tell you what I'd like to do with this. I'd like to do one of our shout-outs about it. Can you must have something written up now. Can you send that to us? Because, we do these shout-outs. I think you're getting them, where it's like an e-blast, but we have we call it shout-out, and we do some really interesting things with it. And I'd like to really do this and promote AIM, of course.
Sure.
So give us something that you have written up.
Sure, definitely. Because we, I was telling, some of my friends that maybe haven't been on AIM. I've had 3 of them come on AIM at the very beginning of this. They contacted me and said, okay, it's time now. I'm going to, I don't know what this is about or what's going on, but I need to have this in my healthcare toolkit. So put me on, let's get on the program. So I had them go to the website and they put their families on, both of them.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, yeah, definitely. If it's really something that can help out, and I do understand. So many are out of work. Gosh, it's just, hopefully everyone will be able to start little by little going back to work and things.
Oh, I know it. So there's so much going on. It's the health, the wealth. It's this is just it came like a shot, like almost like a bomb that bombed our country.
I know, and, definitely. It's been really difficult.
I was going to share. You never really know, but of course I have this dog that I adopted, and he's had congestive heart failure, but he did, of course, get on AIM where I am, and I have to tell you, he's doing pretty well. He has some nights where he's having a little hard time breathing, and I do what they told me. I put him into steam up a bathroom, so he has some of that steam in him, and then I do this cupping on his chest that kind of cups it. I don't know how to explain it. When you do this, it kind of forces some of the that liquid to get out, because that's what he breathes, and you can hear the gurgling. And but knowing he's on AIM, I couldn't do anything better for him. And I just attribute all that also to being on this program. You never can pinpoint it, but everything helps. That's the way I look at it, right?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. It can't hurt, right?
No. Oh, God, no. And it's really terrific. And, I'm glad that you shared some of the stuff that out there in Las Vegas. I didn't realize it got that hot so fast. Isn't 104 unusual at this time of the year?
Some years it's been really warm. Last year we had a cooler year than this year. Because last year we had snow like in the middle of or towards the end of March. We had that big snowstorm, so we had, a couple feet of snow. But this year, last year we didn't know if it was ever going to warm up. It seemed like it took forever for us to get warm. This year we're a little early, but maybe it's for, I always like to look at the positive side of things and say it's happening for a reason, and maybe it's so that this stuff will go away out of our air and we can return to a quote-unquote normal, whatever that's going to be.
Yeah.
So that's why, but I think it is a little warm for this time of the year. I don't think we're supposed to be quite this warm yet.
Well, of course, the news says that now after the summer, it could come back again. And so that's the whole thing, that we have to be very careful. We have to continue to, not be as close as we've been with everybody. I think we have to, just be careful. And I don't take my temperature every day, but I haven't done that. I'm being very careful, though. I go out and I live in a condo, and they insisted that we wore a mask. So I've been wearing a mask for a month. They insist that you do that. They closed the pool now. They opened the pool, I think, today. I don't go swimming there, but they don't want you sitting around. But if you want to go and take a swim and then come back or something. But everybody's been very cautious. They have all the sanitizers around, and and as I said, I haven't really been to the stores, but there comes a point where I have to do a couple of things, but I'm being very cautious.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. And that's what, I've had my mom doing the same thing. I actually made her a mask and sent her a few of them. Yeah, I went online and they had some really good, easy ways to make them. So one morning I whipped up a bunch of them and sent them off to her. So she had a few, and I said, you got to, because you're not supposed to, if you wear them a lot, you got to either wash them or put them out in the sun, I think it is.
Right.
There's something that you have to do with them. So I sent her a few of them so she could interchange them while one's being washed or whatever. So she's been using those, and she's been doing really good. She, it's hard, and she lives alone as well, and she has her cat. Right. She said, "Thank God for my cat." And my brothers both live nearby, so she has a little interaction with them. But yeah, I told her, make sure you wear your mask and make sure you wash your hands a lot. And when you come home, because she said she was really nervous, but she had to go to PetSmart and get pet food.
Right. And they have it very well organized. You go in, they don't even let you go through. They say, "What do you want?" They go get it. There's like a little path. You come. Oh, they're really smart about it now too.
Mhm. So it's been, I think it's a wake up call. I think for a lot of people, washing hands and keeping your home sanitized. My home's so clean, boy, my goodness. And we got little wipes everywhere, and oh my gosh, but it is hard, all in all. And so hopefully, some of us can get back to work. My boyfriend's an entertainer, so I don't know when he's going to be going back to work. I think it's going to be a long time, but we're getting a lot of things done around the house, so that's a good thing.
Has he been any entertaining on Zoom?
Well, there's a lot of controversy around the Zoom program. A lot of people say it's fed to overseas, different places, but no, he hasn't been. The bands that he's in, they're all over. Some are in California, some are here. So they haven't been doing anything on Zoom.
Well, that's the beauty of it, that everybody can get on at the same time. So it's I have someone people have been really interested, and they've been showing me it, and I was even thinking about doing or maybe getting our radio shows on Zoom. I'm not sure. It's all in the works. I don't know. It's confusing, and I'm also, there's so much that I have to think about right now. Because the magazine, was just coming out now, and I was trying to finish it, and then my internet went down. So, if it isn't one thing, it's another, right?
Yep, that's for sure.
Yeah, but that's really why the program is so good, because I know I've been leaning on it a lot because of the stress in my life, and I know that it's an important thing. That's why I got these CDs out, because I think that they're very they're mesmerizing, actually.
Yeah, and I think it's always helpful to kind of put us in check and help us release that anxiety, because I know I get it too. Yesterday I was going, God, is this ever going to end? And you start feeling really like, starts to bug you. I mean, it's fun to go shopping online and whatever, but it's getting old,
Yeah.
And so that anxiety comes up, and you just kind of wonder. I have two great nephews that have been born since this whole thing started, and
Really?
I don't know when I'm going to be able to see them. I have one in California and one in Florida. So
the one in Florida is when you were going to come down here. I remember we talked about that.
He was born in February, at the end of February. Right. And I've been, I'd love to go see him, but in the one in California, you can't see either one of them.
No.
So
no.
Just got to wait.
Yeah, but they'll be walking by the time.
I know.
That'll be okay, though. But that's of course. And I have a second cousin who lives in San Francisco, and his wife's about to have a baby, and I was very nervous about that. What's that all going to be about? But the hospitals, of course, San Francisco's been pretty tight about those hospitals because they've had a lot of coronavirus patients.
Yeah, for sure.
Well,
but I think everything is doing well.
Yeah, well, you're great. I was so happy to talk to you today. You have no idea, Roberta. So everybody, please get on their website, aimprogram.com, and the phone number to call is 702-944-1801. You must get on that program. It's worth every cent. It's not very expensive, but it's so valuable. So thank you. I'll be in touch with you, Roberta.
Okay, have a great rest of your day. You too.
Yeah,
thank
you, honey.
Bye.
We'll be right back.